I'm going to go over these steps in this document, and this will help you to make a Google site about your project. And your project might not be digital, but you can take pictures of it and video and bring it into your website. So that's the plan. Before I get into these steps, you need to take those pictures or record the video with your phone. And your teacher should give you directions about what they need to see on this website. Then, after you've taken those pictures and video, upload those to Google Drive with the Google Drive app. I'm not going to go through those steps in this video, but you would do that, and then when you have them in your Google Drive, we'll go through these. Over here in my Google Drive, you can see I do have some pictures of a project, and I'm using just images. The same steps could be done if you did this with a video. So the first step on the list is to share each one of your files. And the way that you do that is you right click on it and you pick share. And when that opens up, make sure that this right here is activated. Right here it isn't, so I'm going to click that, and that turns link sharing on. That will make it so your teacher can see the picture or the video when she looks at your site. So you would have to do that on each picture or video. Click share, then turn on the link sharing. Now imagine I did that with all of my videos. So then what you'll do to create the site is click New, hover over More, and select Google Sites. That's the fastest way I've seen to make a new website. I'm not going to click it right now because I already did, and it's right here. When the site loads, let's start by just changing the title. So we'll call this Sample Site 1. And then up here, this is the file name, what you would see in Google Drive. So I'm also going to call it Sample Site 1. These don't have to match, but I'm going to make them match. Then to add your video or your images, what you'll do is you'll double click in this area and this wheel comes up. These are the different things that you can insert. So since everything is in Drive, you can pick this option. And over on the right, that will show you your drive. It'll show you the recently viewed files and those ones that we just shared. Now, sometimes I found that this doesn't work so well with pictures. The videos always seem to show up over here, but you can double click these and then they show up here. I'm going to try it with an image. And for some reason with the images, it doesn't always work. So let's try it this way. With the image, if we double click here, let's just go directly to images. And then this is showing me the drive again. You pick my drive and then pick recent, and then you can see them. And this should upload fine into your site. Once it's there, you can move it wherever you want in that element. You can even move it to other elements as you keep adding them. You can resize it or crop it with these tools. And then also what you'll want on your site is some text. So when you double click, this comes up again. I'm going to pick text. And as you can imagine, you'll just type it in here. And whatever you type, when you select it, you can format it with these different options. You can do a title, a heading, and so on. Once you've got the images and video in there, that's the important part because you want to meet the assignment requirements. Close this if it's open, and then you can go over here to themes and you can experiment with themes if you want. Google Sites doesn't have a lot of themes to choose from, but you can select different ones and that will change your fonts somewhat, and then you can pick these colors as well to change the color scheme of your site. You could do other formatting as well and even add extra pages if you want to, but in this tutorial I won't go into that. Once you have a theme that you like, you can preview your site by clicking this icon. That will give you an idea of how it looks, and you can pick different views for it here. And you can close the preview by clicking the X. Once you're happy with it, you then have to publish it. And this is very important because until you publish it, no one can see it live on the internet. So let's click Publish. The first thing it will ask you to do is to pick a web address, and this has to be something that's unique. So I would suggest using your last name and then whatever the project is that you just put on your site. I'm going to call this Petty Project 2. And you can see that the address for this will be based on your education domain. So I will click Publish. It's now live on the internet after you do that. If you want to see more options for that publishing, click here on the Share with Others. And the way this works, it will show you this draft setting is who can edit this. So if you want to change who can edit your site, you can click here and do that. But this is who can see it on the internet. So this is published, and anyone at my school can find this and view it. If I want to change that so anyone can find it, I could click change, and I could set it so anyone can find and view. I'll just leave it so only those in my domain can see it. And now the final thing is you have to turn this in. So if you click this link icon, this is the URL that you just set up, and I'm going to click copy link. Now to turn this in, just go to Classroom and then open the assignment where you're supposed to turn it in, and then click the Add button and select the link option. Then paste that link in that you copied from the site. Click Add Link. Then when you turn in the assignment, the teacher will be able to access your website.